Hello and welcome to the debrief here on the Blood Red channel as Liverpool have won their 8th FA Cup, coming through on penalties once more to see off Chelsea, just like they did in the Carabao Cup Final. Kostas Tsimikas, the hero in the end in sudden death. I'm Guy Clarke, alongside me, Theo Squires, live at Wembley, watching on as the Reds are celebrating. Theo, if you can hear me, try and sum that game up. It was absolute bedlam.
Yeah, it was. It was a roller coaster game. Liverpool started really well. Had the injury to Mo Salah. Alisson went down and they lost the way a little bit. Second half, Chelsea start really well. But Liverpool, I think, on the end of it, they had the better of the 120 minutes. I think when you get to extra time, both sides knew penalties was probably going to be needed to decide it. They weren't going for it as much. But Liverpool, they were better today than they were in the League Cup final. They could have won it in 90 minutes. They hit the post twice. Diaz was denied the one-on-one. Robertson, this is a great header. They create so many chances. Just doesn't fall for them. And you think, oh, is it not going to be their day? Chelsea were the better team in February and Liverpool came out on top. Maybe it's going to be roles reversed this time. Apparently not. Penalties happen at Chelsea's end, but it's Liverpool that step up. Liverpool make it count once again. Even Mane missing against his compatriot. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Kostas Tsimikas has his big Liverpool moment. Liverpool won the FA Cup.
And that's the magical thing, isn't it, about this squad under Jurgen Klopp, is each player, it seems, has had their moment. Today it is Kostas Tsimikas, but Luis Diaz again lighting up the Wembley kind of showpiece event as he did in February as well. He was absolutely fantastic. I mean, you must be thinking, having sat through 240 minutes of cup final football between these two sides, how there wasn't a goal between them.
Yeah, definitely. You think in February, how many decisive goals was it? 4, 5. Today you've got the woodwork hit 3 times, maybe 4 times. How have they not been separated yet again? But it's a sign of 2 good teams that they can go toe-to-toe right until the very end. And at the end of the day, Liverpool would on penalties. Maybe we'll have to nick that old Gary Lineker phrase. They're getting that mentality monster. Brissa's back. Stunning save from Alisson in the shootout as well. Liverpool make it count when it matters once again.
How big was Alisson, do you think, in the course of the whole game as well, and the role he played? Obviously, you mentioned before he got injured in the first half. Mohamed Salah off shortly afterwards. Maybe we can talk a bit about that as well and the significance that could still have on what's to come this season for Liverpool. But it's the second leg down of what could be a treble, what could be a quadruple, and Alisson absolutely played his part.
He was superb. He made so many big saves. Everyone was so anxious when he went down injured in the first half. It is so important. While you put Kelleher on the bench, who would have come on and he could have been a penalty hero, Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world. He made big saves from Alonso. I think he made big saves from Pulisic. When he's one-on-one, he somehow finds a way. He's always the man for the big occasion for Liverpool. And it's the extent that guy next to me, he asked, who would you rather have gone off injured? Alisson or Salah? And Salah's the key player for Liverpool. But you say Salah, Liverpool have got so much quality in attack these days. But Alisson is just in the league of his own in goal, and he makes such a difference. And you don't want to be seeing a reserve keeper in the Champions League final because you'll get those flashbacks to Kiev, those flashbacks to Karius' nightmare. But we're going to get flashbacks to Kiev anyway with Mo Salah. Can't catch a break. He started well enough. Maybe not as involved as Diaz on the other flank, but it's so unfortunate for him. You just got to hope that he can recover in 2 weeks' time for the Champions League final.
What do you make of Liverpool and the mentality they've got? Obviously, ahead of the Madrid final, there was so much talk about how Jurgen Klopp had got to finals and not got over the line. But it seems since that moment, that mentality Liverpool now have, whether it's knockout competition or whether it's, in fact, in finals, in shootouts itself, Liverpool always come through.
Yeah, they do. They've got that winning experience. It's quite and simple. Like Chelsea have been in a few finals, and yeah, they won the Champions League final, but they've lost League Cup finals, they've lost FA Cup finals, they've lost to Liverpool on penalties. Whereas Liverpool, whenever they're the underdog, or whenever you think you might have to write them off, they find a way to win. They've always got that perfect mentality, and that's why Jurgen Klopp calls them the mentality monsters. That's why he's now the first Liverpool manager to win every single major honour. His team always get it over the line. They've got that coolness, cool head to keep it under pressure, and they just find a way to win, to grind it out. They didn't have it in Kiev against Real Madrid. They were inexperienced then. Same against Seville. Same in the first FA Cup final. But now they've got those trophies, and now they keep finding a way to win when it matters.
Yeah, we'll wrap up shortly. Chelsea are going to collect their medals. You can watch Liverpool lift the trophy. But in terms of kind of Jurgen Klopp now, his standing in Liverpool legend, I mean, as you say there, the first one to win a clean sweep of all the competitions that Liverpool have entered under him. Of course, it's one each for them all now. But if ever it was needed to be cemented, I suppose that is what this win does today, is writes him his own chapter in Liverpool legend. And now will just be a case of hoping that with that contract renewed for a further 4 years now, that the trophies can just continue to come into the trophy cabinet.
Yeah, definitely. Like Jurgen Klopp, as good as he is, with this Man City team around, he's not going to rival Bob Paisley for league titles. He's not going to go and win 10, is he? We don't expect him to be around that long. But he's going to be around long enough to get his name on a few more. Like, he's in his third European Cup final. And he's got the clean sweep. He's doing what he needs to do. And you think, thank goodness he's here for another 4 years. And he's got the clean sweep. He could win another second European Cup. And when they've got the mentality they have, who says they can't win a third European Cup next year, or a second Premier League title, or a second FA Cup, second League Cup? This is just the beginning, isn't it? Like, they've built this great squad. At first, they won trophies, and it was a great 11. Now it's a great squad. The fact that the lesser players can step up, they can lose the star player to injury, they still find a way to win. This might not be a Liverpool dynasty that we've seen in the past, from Liverpool in the 70s and 80s, or United in the 90s, because Man City are there. But that makes it interesting. You've got the two best teams English football has seen for so long, just competing for all the major honours, and it's Liverpool's year on the cups this year. Long may it continue.
Yeah, let's leave you now to see the winners go and collect their medals, and Liverpool sift the trophy. We're only just getting started here this evening on Blood Red. Still to come. Yet more reaction to Liverpool winning their 8th FA Cup on the way, as well, of course, as Jurgen Klopp's post-match press conference to come. But from myself, Guy Clarke, and Theo Squires, soaking it all in at Wembley. Thanks for joining us here on this edition of The Debrief. Bye for now.